Bobby Reed. Bobby Reed. Screamer.
Sorry,
No,
right.
we just the points came up and we just had to just add to the points because
yeah, man, you're a good man.
Yeah.
Probably not some talk.
Whoa, but Maggie would have need.
Show my Nicholson.
Wait. It all started from Maggie.
Right here on Ryan Sports Classic. Welcome to our World Cup coverage. We will be covering all games, matchday predictions, squad reactions, injury news, all that kind of stuff about the World Cup this year in Qatar. We will be covering it all here on Ryan Sports Classic. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and here we go. Come on! Hello everyone, welcome to another group preview for the Qatar World Cup. This is our third Qatar World Cup group preview. Today we're looking at Group E, which is of course Ryan's group: Germany, Spain, Japan, Costa Rica. This could have been the group that Jamaica would have got in. Unfortunately, I think Jamaica would have got destroyed, but we're here, Ryan. Talk to me about how you feel as a German supporter, how you feel to be in such a tough group.
Well, I am really confident because, Germany is a tournament team. A lot of old player and a lot of new player added to the team to freshen up the team. I know it's always going to be difficult, the last World Cup we play. Win the World Cup in 2014, win 2018 in Russia, get eliminated, didn't come out of the group. I'm expecting big thing for Germany this year in the World Cup. This Germany team are under no pressure to win the World Cup. And whenever Germany don't under pressure, they always come up with the goods. And I'm trusting in this German team to get the job done. It's not the greatest, but Germany is a tournament team. What said you about the Germany team?
Well, there's a few things, the problem with this, the thing with this World Cup is it's in the winter, right? And the problem with that is a lot of injuries. So, of course, Timo Werner's injured, which is bad news because I think he'd been your starting striker. Now you've got youngsters like Adeyemi from Dortmund, you can play in the 9. You've got, I think, another youngster you can play in the 9. You could play Kai Havertz in the 9, which I don't think would work. You've got lots of good players, but you've also got a lot of old players in there, like your.
Yeah, I like the mixture of old and young. A blend of a lot of experience because in these big major tournaments you need that experience. But one of the things that Germany lack for the last 5 years since after we win the World Cup, we don't have an out and out number 9 to put the ball in the knock of the net. If you look at that 2018 team, 2014 team that will win the World Cup, would destroy Brazil. And when you look who lead in the line for Germany, if you can remember, one of Germany greatest goal scorer. He get the I think he win he scored the most goal in the World Cup. So I think we're missing a number 9. So that's the weakness.
Who's your number 9? Your number 9 was against when you beat Brazil 7-1. It was Mesut Ozil.
Mesut Ozil, and we have William off the bench. Who can I forgot that?
And Andre Shaw.
Not sure, man. You have a next one, man. I can't remember his name. He usually play for Schalke.
Is it Per Mertesacker?
Mertesacker is a defender, bro.
Oh, I'm trying to look at the players that came off the bench, bro. In that game.
Good to see. Costa back in.
You had Lucas Podolski, Zayla,
Podolski.
Podolski, Zayla.
And who again? Remind me of the rest of striker them we have in that tournament.
Well, you had Andrew Scholl, Podolski, you had players Draxler, Mario Götze, Windenfeller, Kramer, and your front three was Kroos, Ozil, and Klose as your front three.
Closer.
And
Yeah.
who scored in that game? It was Müller, Klose, Tony Kroos, Khedira, and Shaw.
Yeah. Closer was having a very good tournament. I think Ozil have a very good tournament. Manuel Neuer have a very good tournament.
But we've got to talk about.
I am not confident in this Germany team, but I expect them to at least make it to the quarterfinal. I'm going to be honest because we haven't been good for the last couple Nation League game we play, and last tournament was disappointed. This coach, I'm not a big fan of him as yet. He haven't win me over as yet. So yeah.
We've got to talk about, obviously, the last World Cup. You got the World Cup curse. You got knocked out in the group. See, you beat Sweden very late with a beautiful Tony Kroos goal. You lost to South Korea. I don't know what. It's the classic thing. Is this the big risk? This is why this is the big risk. Trying to get your goalkeeper up to get a goal, because if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. And clearly, you got Neuer up to try and get a goal. It failed miserably. Japan managed to clear it. Not Japan. South Korea managed to clear it. And there's no goal. There's no goalkeeper. And Son is in his own. So no one's catching Son. So you had that as well. And who else is
we were shocked. We were shocked in that 2018 World Cup.
And then in the Euros, you got knocked out by England 2-0, goals by Harry Kane and Raheem Sterling. And I don't know how Müller missed that 1v1. I think if Müller scores that, the game's truly on, because it was at one. It would have been 1-1. But you guys haven't been good. I've said it before. Hansi Flick for me is one of the best managers I've seen in German football. Like, I think his Bayern Munich team, as I said. Bayern Munich team were so dangerous. So listen, with Germany this year, you've got some good players, but I think the injury to Werner, no Tony Kroos, of course, he's retired. You've got a good squad, but you're in a tough group. You've got to see if you're able to get out.
Yeah, tough group, and Spain is not the same thing anymore. Japan is a team that you have to be very careful of. I'm worried about that game that we're going to play against Japan. Japan is a very good team, and we have to be very, very careful, especially Spain of Costa Rica in the first game. So that game against Japan decide Germany's future, in my opinion.
But yeah, guys, join us on Saturday night. We will be doing match day 1 predictions and a final preview. We're going to have lots of guests on. It's going to be a huge show. But let's move on to Spain. Of course, Spain, no Thiago, no David De Gea. I think the whole David De Gea thing is not because David De Gea is bad. I think it just doesn't fit Enrique's setup. He prefers Sanchez, Raya, and Simon as his 3 keepers. You've got players like Gavi, you've got Morata, you've got Laporte, Eric Garcia, Llorente. I think Spain have got a good squad, but for me, it's that defence a little bit, because I don't think Eric Garcia is that good. I think it should be Torres and Laporte as the defenders. But I think Spain are very good. What's your thoughts on Spain, Ryan?
I think Spain is not a bad team. They have quality player, but you know that Spain and Germany going into the same problem right now, right? Because Spain, to have Iniesta, Xavi, all of these top players playing for Spain, Cesc Fabregas, Fernando Torres, David Villa. So that generation has moved on. No PK, no Ramos in the team. It's a new Spain team. And we already see that in the Nation League. They have a very good manager commit to this Spain team. But I think Spain will definitely do okay. I think for me, Spain don't score enough goal in international football. And they are not that solid team or a good defender who are going to grind it out and win a 1-0. They are not that same team anymore. You know? So
Moving on to Japan, of course, Japan, I think they had a good World Cup, 2018.
2018.
You know, they played very well against Belgium, but they just turned off at some points. Like there's a ridiculous, like they were 2-0 up. There was a ridiculous header somehow by, I think it was Vertonghen, that it's like outside the box, and it somehow went in the net. And then you've got another header by Fellaini, and then you've got probably the best counter-attacking goal I've ever seen. Literally, free kick, a free kick goes for a corner goes straight to Courtois. Courtois throws the ball straight to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne launches straight in attack, passes it straight to, I think it was, I can't remember, it was on the right hand side, crosses it in, dummies Lukaku, and there's Chadley with a tap in to win it 3-2. I think Japan were unlucky, and I think Japan are very good. They've got, of course, our former player Minamino. They've got some good players, but I just think compared to Germany and Spain, I just don't think they've got the team to qualify for the round of 16. Give me your thoughts on Japan.
And same with Japan. It's a team like Germany and Spain that they really, really under very good player. Usual player for AC Milan. Do fantastic for this Japan team. Tagawa. I don't think the Japanese find these top player like them usual find before, but I think they're going to be okay. They're always a very good team when it comes on to the World Cup and tournament. So I would still go with Spain and Germany to come out of this group.
And then finishing off Costa Rica quickly. Costa Rica, I think, were the team that if you guys were good, you would have been in this group, which to me would have been hell, because I honestly think, this is me being honest, Ryan, I think if Jamaica made in this group instead of Costa Rica, you would leave the World Cup with no goals scored and about 20 to 30 goals conceded.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think.
Bro, Timo Werner or Muller versus Taxi Lawrence, bro, it's game over. But we're not talking about Jamaica, that's next World Cup. But Costa Rica, I don't know much about them, but they've still got one of the best keepers in Navas. And I think he's going to be pulling off insane saves. And for me, they just haven't got it. So for me, I'm going to go Germany to win the group, Spain to go second, Japan third, Costa Rica fourth. What about you, Ryan? Give me quick thoughts on Costa Rica, and then give me your standings for the group.
Costa Rica is not the greatest team. It's a very old team. They have a lot of experience. They make very good run. In 2018 World Cup, they did very well. Netherlands knocked them out on penalty. I think they're not going to do anything in this group. I don't think they are good enough to compete with the likes of Spain and Germany and Japan. I think they will finish the bottom of the table.
So what's your standings? You're going Germany, you're going same as me, Germany, Spain, Japan, Costa Rica?
Definitely.
Okay, so there goes. That is our Group E preview. Remember, we will be doing our match week predictions for all the games, including France, England, etc., on Saturday, the 19th of November. So join us 19th of November. on here, live stream, lots of guests. So it's going to be a big stream. Thank you much for watching, and we'll see you again for another group World Cup Qatar group preview. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.